Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I have my nice hot peppermint tea or spearmint tea, I guess. It's a nice gloomy day, so I thought it would be really fun to just kind of sit down, have a chit chat with you guys. And in today's video, we're gonna kind of talk about some of the things that I have been doing personally to kind of grow my reselling business. So if you're somebody who feels overwhelmed or stressed out easily, you just want your business to feel more kind of relaxed and just easygoing, and let's jump right in and talk about some of the things that have been helping me recently. Okay, so the first thing that I feel that has definitely helped my business and it helped myself in general is thrifting less, but more intentionally. I feel that my business personally has grown a lot more just being more mindful and just sourcing a lot less. And I really try to focus on pieces that bring me joy and kind of feel aligned with my business. And I don't just pick up anything and everything that I see. Something that I've been really working hard towards is just kind of curating a closet that I feel proud of. Those things that I pick up are sparking joy, and they're no longer just I'm picking up whatever I see. Okay, so the second thing that I feel has grown my reselling business is just having simple, cozy routines that feel supportive. Maybe it's 10 minutes of tidying my kitchen or tidying up my desk area before I start working, putting on really relaxing, soft music in the morning. I love just listening to some relaxing music. I've really been into like Christmas music lately just to get in the spirit. Opening up my windows in the morning or sitting on the patio for like 10-15 minutes. Just simple things that help my nervous system relax and feel more grounded. Before, I used to get up and start working. I used to get on my computer, and sometimes I'm not the best with it. I will still get on my computer and like check things and like watch, videos and stuff. But I notice when I do take those extra steps to have like more of a simple, relaxing routine, I just show up better. I show up better for myself. I show up better in my own personal life, and I show up better with my reselling business. So another big thing is that I have felt that my reselling business has grown from is just kind of protecting my energy. The first thing that I do before I go thrifting or before I list, I check in with myself. Doing this, just checking in with myself, has really helped me kind of like not force myself to do something if I'm not in a good headspace, if that makes sense. If I am overwhelmed a day, like I'm probably not going to force myself to do 20 listings, right? Let's be honest. Like I'm probably not going to do that. So I think it's just honoring how I feel in the moment. This has really helped me kind of avoid burnout and resentment, and just feeling like, just feeling any sense of guilt, I guess. Okay, so another tip is honor my capacity or honor your capacity. So like I said, some days we wake up and we're energized and we're like super motivated and we're super able to get things done, right? Other days we move a lot slower. We move more, maybe we had a hard night. Maybe we didn't sleep well. Maybe there was, something going on in our personal life. And while I am somebody who will say like, pushing through those things is good, right? But sometimes we just can't, and we have to kind of accept that we can't push through those things, right? So honoring that, allowing my capacity or your capacity to shift, has helped me avoid burnout. There's things that happen that we can't really change, right? Maybe we get a flat tire or our battery doesn't work in the morning for our car or something like that. Or, we wake up and we're sick or something like that. It's just honoring your capacity and understanding that what you're doing is basically enough, and just kind of accepting that. And for a long time and a while, that was kind of hard for me to do, I guess. really, like, I have simplified pretty much every aspect of my business when it comes to shipping, listing, photos. I do the same setup for my photos. I do the same setup for my listing. I do the same setup for packaging orders. Doing these things has really helped me. One thing also is like bulk doing my kind of like, I guess, my tasks. This is something I'm still working on, but I do think that if I can do this, I can really transform things. And that would be just bulking my photos, bulking my listings, bulking. The only one you can't really do is shipping, because you gotta get your shipping out as quickly as possible, because some platforms like eBay will, like, you'll get penalized if it's not shipped out by a certain time. So that is something I'm working on. But for the most part, I would say like thrifting, I have gotten pretty much down to a T. Like, I keep the same kind of schedule with thrifting, and this has really helped me to just simplifying things. The less things that I have to overthink, think about, or just really like put in so much energy, the less or the more energy I have for other things. I have a simple area where I photograph my listings. I have a simple hook and 2 hangers. So one for regular like clothes, jackets, dresses, and another one for like pants, skirts, shorts, things like that. I do have a light box, but I don't always use it. I did get it for live shows, but if it's a gloomy day like today, I would use it. It's just one light thing. I have a couple other simple tools. I have a fabric shaver. I have a steamer, measuring tape, and a scale. I used to think that I needed all these gadgets. I used to think that I needed all these things to make my space. Oh, I also have a little rolling hanger, like clothing hanger rack, I guess. And before, I used to think, wow, I need all these tools, I need all these little things. No, I simplified it. Oh, I also have a lint roller. But anyways, so I've simplified it. I tell myself, okay, these are the things that I use every day. They need to be able to fit in one drawer where I know where they are. That's back to everything has a home. So for me, this really does help, because I can find the things when they are tucked away in their little home. But also it helps me understand that I don't need all this excess stuff to be successful for my own small business. These things are what I use every day, and they work for me. And yeah, it's, when these things break or they need replacing, I will replace them. But I'm not getting all these little gadgets. I'm not getting all these little cleaning things. I do have like a stain remover, but I use that for like regular clothes too. So I would say it's kind of both. And I do have a sewing kit, but I don't really use it, and it doesn't really need replacing. So that's kind of what I mean, is just having a few things here and there to kind of feel less overwhelmed and less clutter. Like I said, less decisions really does help me, and that's where I bring in minimalism into my videos and into my business, because the less things that I have to think about or decisions I have to make makes me feel calmer, honestly. I do not have to hustle constantly. I do not like hustle culture. I am I don't like it. It's like something I wish that I could completely get rid of. But it's something I do not enjoy. I do not like. It's like the complete opposite of who I am as a person. So I don't feel the need to list endlessly or thrift daily to be successful in my business. Like I said, everybody's sense of, being successful is different, and that's totally fine. But my pace that I do things works for me in my life, and that is freeing. That's freeing for me. And when I started to accept that, I was like, wow, this is actually a lot better than putting all this weird pressure on myself. And now I've talked about this before, but I am learning that my journey and my own journey is and can be different from everybody else. So I no longer compare myself to other people. So I understand that my journey, my struggles, my highs, my lows, whatever you want to call it, is my own. And instead of kind of comparing myself to other resellers or other people that are doing the same thing, I have come to realize that my only competition is within or with myself. Can I be a better reseller than I was yesterday? And that is what I focus on. I know we all have different energies. We all have different spaces. We have different capabilities. We have different things that we can find at the thrift stores. And I just understand that. That's what makes everyone have their own strengths and their own things that they can bring to the table. And, you know, I know there is a lot of people that do reselling, but for me, you know, I'm happy that people can do reselling and continue to do it. I don't look at it as a competition anymore because I look at it like I am my own person. I have my own things that I do in my own business, and that is enough, and that makes me happy, and I don't need to look elsewhere for that. I just need to kind of focus on the things that work for me and that bring me joy, and the things that I can bring to reselling, the uniqueness, the differences that I can bring to the business, I guess. So I think that is all I had for this video. So to anyone watching who feels burnt out, overstimulated, or kind of behind in their business, please know that you are doing enough. And I have to also tell myself this, that I am doing enough. Slow growth is still growth. It doesn't mean that you aren't doing what you should be doing. It's still meaningful and it's still important. And you do deserve a business that feels good to your nervous system, feels good for you emotionally. And I tell myself this every single day. So thank you so much for spending this like little cozy moment with me. I hope you enjoyed a little cup of coffee or some tea or whatever your heart desires. I just appreciate you guys watching. I'm sending you so many positive vibes, so much good energy, some, you know, thoughtful prayers, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.